a continent have now defined
In the news, COVID-19 vaccine, Buhari Osibajo doing okay after taking jab presidency. In Africa, Congo Paradigm Initiative calls for the respect of digital rights during elections. On the international scene, coronavirus, France extends weekend lockdown to northern region. And in business, trade war looms as Kenya bans maize from Tanzania. In sport, a heavyweight Blacko beats Adesanya to retain a title. Details shortly. This is TOS TV, your digital-first Pan-African network. I am Rose Audu, and this is TOS News 360. The presidency has again reassured Nigerians on the safety and efficacy of the COVID-19 vaccine administered on President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Saturday. Presidential spokesman Malan Garba Shehu gave the assurance in a statement in Abuja on Saturday while reacting to press inquiries. The statement read in part, "In response to press inquiries, I'd like to assure all citizens and to dispel fears and misconceptions about the safety of the vaccine administered on President Muhammadu Buhari and the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. Nigeria received 3.92 million doses of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine on Tuesday, delivered under the international COVAX scheme. Meanwhile, the federal government has denied reports that it had budgeted 10.6 billion naira for COVID-19 vaccine transportation. Vaiza Shaibu, Executive Director of the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, stated this on Saturday after President Muhammadu Buhari and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo had received doses of AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. A report revealed that the federal government had budgeted 10.6 billion naira for the transportation of COVID-19 vaccines to the 36 states of the Federation and the Federal Capital Territory. Also, a Nigerian woman, Ebere Precious Obodo, her 4 children, Rejoice, Michael, Harmony, and Angel, have been killed in a fire incident in Jos, the Plateau State capital. The tragic incident occurred in Gale Community, Jos South local government area of the state. While the 4 children died instantly, their mother, Ebere, was rushed to the medical center in Bukuru, but unfortunately died the next day. The cause of the fire is not known as at the time of filing this report. And on politics, the All Progressives Congress APC candidate Muhammad Adamu has won the by-election held on Saturday in Kafin Hausa constituency to the Jigawa State House of Assembly. The declaration was made on Saturday at the Kafin Hausa Local Government Collation Center by the returning officer Ahmed Kutama. He said Adamu of the APC polled 14,924 votes to defeat his main rival Garba Tambale of the People's Democratic Party PDP, who got 8,612 votes. The seat became vacant following the death of the occupant Adamu Babambari of the APC in January. And you're watching TOS TV at News 360. More stories across Africa in a moment. Do stay tuned. Welcome back, and this is 360 News on TOS TV network. In Africa, Paradigm Initiative, a non-profit social enterprise, has shown concern towards the scheduled election in the Republic of Congo, March 9, 2021, and has advocated the protection of human rights during the election. According to Payne, in the past during the election, some African governments have resorted, among others, to human rights violation, internet disruptions, as in Uganda in January 2021, and in Niger in February 2021. Violations of media freedoms and blocked access to the internet. During such times, freedom of expression and access to information is highly at risk through crackdowns. There's lack of transparency and unreliable information for citizens to make informed voting. And in Ghana, 2 Nigerians accused of kidnapping and killing of 4 girls in Tokadera, Ghana, were sentenced to death by a Ghanaian court on Friday afternoon after being found guilty of murder. The 2 Nigerians, Samuel Duteg Willis and John Oji, were found guilty of kidnapping and killing the 4 children, Ruth Kusan, Priscilla Blessing Bantum, and Priscilla Blessing Bemun, Ruth Abeka and Priscilla Koranchia, both 18 years old, live in Tokoradi, Ghana. The girls' bodies were said to have been found in their apartment in 2019 after months of searching around the country. Since then, the 2 Nigerians have been held in custody. And on the global scene, Britain, the host of this year's COP26 climate summit, drew harsh criticism from experts after its annual budget put energy transition on the back burner, while new coal mine was green heat. The UK, which was committed to reaching net zero carbon emissions by 2050, Conservative Prime Minister Boris Johnson has vowed to deliver a green revolution that would ban high-polluting new diesel and petrol gas by 2030, boost cutting-edge electric technology, and make Britain a global leader in wind power. This is your digital first Pan-African network, TOS TV network. You're watching TOS News 360. Business reports after this timeout. To stay tuned. Welcome back. In business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has introduced a Naira $4 scheme for diaspora remittance, which offers recipients of diaspora's remittances through CBN's IMTOs to be paid 5 Naira for every $1 received a remittance inflow. The scheme takes effect from Monday, March 8, 2021 and ends on Saturday, May 9, 2021. This was disclosed by CBN in a circular issued all deposit money banks and international money transfer operations. And still in business, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, SERAP, has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to provide spending details of the overdrafts and loans obtained from the Central Bank of Nigeria by the federal government since May 29, 2015, including the total overdraft projects on which the overdraft have been spent. Repayment of all overdrafts to date, the government for 2022. The organization is also urging him to provide details of spending of overdrafts and loans obtained from the CBN by successive governments between 1999 and 2015. And the Freedom of Information request dated 6 March 2021 and signed by SERAP Deputy Director Kola Wale Oluwadare. The organization said ensuring transparency and accountability in the spending of CBN overdrafts and loans would promote prudence in debt management, reduce any risk of corruption and mismanagement, and help the government to avoid the pitfalls of excessive debts. And still talking business, the trucks accused to deliver maize at the National Cereals and Produce Board Eldoret Depot. Kenya has set the stage for a war with its main trading partners after it banned importation of maize from Uganda and Tanzania. The Agricultural Food Authority said on Friday that surveillance and tests they had done on maize from the 2 countries had shown that most of it was infected with aflatoxin. And International Women's Day, NSC unveils plans to commemorate with clothing gang. The Nigerian Stock Exchange will tomorrow join securities exchanges all over the world to commemorate International Women's Day 2021 and host the 2021 International Women's Day in collaboration with Sustainable Stock Exchanges Initiative, United Nations Women, United Nations Global Compact, and International Finance Corporation. The event is on the global theme, #ChooseToChallenge, and will culminate in a digital closing gong ceremony. This is your digital first Pan-African network, TOS TV network. You're watching TOS News 360. Up next is health and sports. Welcome back. In health, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control recorded 195 new cases of COVID-19 on Saturday, bringing the total number of infections in the country to 158,237. The Public Health Agency disclosed this on its official Twitter handle. It said that 10 deaths were recorded in the day under review, bringing the total number of deaths to 1,964 since the first case of the pandemic was confirmed. The report also stated that a total of 137,645 cases had been discharged after full recovery. Of the 195 new cases were reported from 17 states, with Lagos recording 70, Kaduna 22, Abia 20, Edo 18, while Kano recorded 10 cases, Akwa Ibom 9, Rivers 7, FCT 7, Borno 6, Bauchi 5, just like Osun and Oyo. Plateau and Ekiti states recorded 3 cases each. Niger 2 and Ogun recorded 2, while Zamfara recorded 1 case. And still on health, hundreds of thousands of people in northern France went back into lockdown Saturday, while health officials stepped up the nationwide vaccination campaign to make up ground after slow starts. The French Riviera will be under lockdown for the next 2 weekends to contain the COVID-19 pandemic, which has been spreading faster in the tourist hotspot than elsewhere in France. The residents of Pas-de-Calais on the north coast joined those in the region's port of Dunkirk and the Mediterranean resort of Nice already shut down. That puts more than 2 million people across France under the weekend restrictions required to stay at home unless they can provide a written exemption. And on to sports stories. Jan Blachowicz has defeated Israel Adesanya to retain his light heavyweight title by unanimous decision at UFC 259 in Las Vegas on Sunday. Jan Blachowicz, 28-8, was awarded an upset unanimous decision victory over Israel Adesanya, 21, after judges handed scores of 49-46, 49-45, and 49-45 in favor of the Polish champion. In the first 3 rounds, both men minimized mistakes and scrambled to find their stance, but Blachowicz bulldozes his way into a dominant mounting position in the 4th and 5th rounds. Meanwhile, Barcelona has reportedly been offered the chance to secure the services of Edmond Topsober in the summer transfer window. According to a report by Spanish publication Sport, Edmond Topsober has been offered to each of Barcelona's presidential candidates by his first agent, Deco, ahead of the summer transfer window. The 22-year-old Bayer Leverkusen centre-back has a €40 million price tag. And on the day that their country celebrated the 64th Independence Day, Ghana's black satellite delivered the ultimate gift to the total on the 20 Africa Cup of Nations title after a 2-0 win over debutant Uganda in the final knockouts on Saturday. Skipper Daniel Afrio led from the front and had a military salute dance to celebrate on each occasion as Ghana clinched their 4th under-20 continental title and the 4th since their last conquest in 2009. It was reported that the black satellite replicated the same scoreline the 2 countries posted when they last met in a continental final. This brings in the 1978 Senior Cup of Nations. And that is TOS News 360 on your digital first Pan-African network. For more updates, visit www.tostvnetwork.com and do follow and like TOS TV Network on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. Do stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS TV Network. I am Rose Audu. Do have a good evening.
But we as a continent right now